Hey everyone, welcome back to Python se aati. Today is day 5 and we are entering the world of data science. So we will learn three important libraries: NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. These libraries are very useful for data science, machine learning and AI. First, I am importing all three libraries. If this cell runs successfully, it means we are ready to start. So let's execute it. See, library is imported successfully. Today's topic is very important. If you want to go from Python to AI, then NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib are must-learn libraries. NumPy help us work with numbers, Pandas help us work with data tables, Matplotlib help us create graphs and charts. So today we will not only write code but also see data in a visual way. So let's get started. First let's understand NumPy. NumPy means numerical Python. It is mainly used when we work with numbers. In normal Python we use list, right? But in data science and AI we often use arrays. So NumPy arrays are faster and more powerful than normal Python list. So NumPy is like Python's smart calculator for data. Here I imported NumPy as NP. This is a common short name used by almost everyone. Then I created a NumPy array. This array contains numbers 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. When I print it, we can see all numbers together. So this is our first NumPy array. Then now let's see why NumPy is powerful. So with NumPy arrays we can perform operations directly. For example, we can add, multiply or calculate average easily. This is very useful when we work with large data. Here we are doing different operations. Here original array shows our numbers. When we add 5, NumPy adds 5 to every number. When we multiply by 2, every number becomes double. So mean gives average, then maximum gives the smallest value, and see the output. So NumPy makes number operations very easy. Now let's move to Pandas. Panda is one of the most important libraries for data analysis. If NumPy is for numbers, Pandas is for tables. Whenever we work with student marks, sales data, customer data or Excel, Panda is very useful. So Panda mainly has two things. One is series, then DataFrame. Series is like one column and DataFrame is like a full table. Here I imported Pandas as PD. This is the common short name for Pandas. Then I created a series. Series is like a single column of data. So I'm just executing it. Save. On the left side we see index numbers, on the right side we see marks. So this is a Pandas series. Now let's learn data frame. A data frame is like an Excel sheet or table. It has rows and columns. For example, one column can be student name, another column can be age, then another column can be marks. This is very useful for real world data. Here I created data using dictionary. Name column has student names, then age column has ages, city column has city names, then marks column has student marks. Then I converted this data into data frame using pd.dataframe. Just let's execute. Now we can see the data in table format. This is the beauty of pandas. Now see the viewing data. When we work with big data, we cannot see everything at once, right? So Panda gives us useful functions. Head shows first few rows, then tail shows last few rows, then shape tells number of row and column, then column shows column names, then info gives basic information about the data. These are very common in data analysis. Then here df.head shows the first row, then df.shape show how many rows and columns are present, then df.column show all column names. In real project, these commands help us understand our data set quickly. So let's execute it. See, whenever you get new data, these are the first command you should to try. Now let's select a single column. First understand, sometimes we don't need the full table. Maybe we only want names, or maybe we only want marks. So Panda allows us to select specify columns easily. Here I selected the name column, then I selected marks column, and we use square brackets and write the column name inside quotes. So let's execute it. See, this is one of the most common pandas operation. Then move to basic analysis. Now let's do basic analysis. Analysis means understanding the data. For example, what is the average mark, who has the highest mark, what is the lowest mark. Pandas can answer these questions easily. So here we calculate average marks, then highest marks, then lowest marks using mean, max, mean. So with only 3 lines we analyze student marks. Let's check it. See, this is why Panda is very powerful. If you guys still have any query, please comment on comment box. Now let's learn filtering. Filtering means selecting only the data that matches a condition. For example, show only students who scored more than 80%. This is very useful in real life. Like show customers from Mumbai, show students above 80%, or show product with high sales. Likewise, here we are checking marks greater than 80%. Panda will return only those rows when marks are above 80. So let's check it. See, it looks a little advanced, but with practice it becomes very easy. So keep practicing. Now let's move to Matplotlib. Matplotlib is used to create chart and graph. Sometimes numbers are boring to read, but when we convert data into charts, it becomes easy to understand. This is called data visualization. In AI and data science, visualization is very important. So here we created a bar chart. I'm just executing it. See the output. So names are shown on the X line, then marks are shown on the Y, and then flat dot bar creates a bar chart. Title gives chart name, then X label gives X axis name, Y label gives Y axis name, then flat dots show display the chart. Now our data looks more visual and easy to understand. Now let's create a line chart. Line chart is useful when we want to show growth or change. For example, marks improvement, sales growth, followers growth, or monthly income growth. Line chart are very common in data analysis. Here we have days and views. So let's get executed first. So see, day 1 has 100 views, then day 2 has 150 views, then views keep increasing, and dot plot creates a line chart. Then this chart shows YouTube views growth. So now we are using Python for real content creator style data. Now it's mini project time. We will create a student marks analysis project. In this project we will create data, then convert it into data frame, calculate average marks, find highest marks, then create a bar chart. This project combines Pandas and Matplotlib, so do it. Small project but very useful for beginners. Here I'm giving you solution also. So here we are created student data, then we converted it into data frame, then after that we printed the table, then we calculate average mark, highest mark and lowest mark. So just execute it. See, finally we created a bar chart. So this is our first small data analysis project. This is the beginning of data science. Now your practice task: create data for 5 products, add product names and prices, then print the data frame, then find average price, highest price, and create a bar chart. This will help you practice Pandas and Matplotlib together. So do it. Here is the solution. We created product data with product names and prices. Then we convert it into data frame. After that we printed the table. Then we calculate average price and highest price. Finally, we created a bar chart. This is very simple but practical data analysis example. So this was day 5 of Python say AI. Today we entered the world of data. We learned NumPy for numbers, Pandas for tables, and Matplotlib for charts. We also created a student marks analysis project. If this felt a little new, don't worry. Data libraries take practice. Watch, pause, code, and repeat. In day 6, we will learn Python lists, tuple sets, and dictionaries in details. So keep learning, keep practicing, and welcome to Python's AI.